Pillars for an excellent marriage. Today, we speak something somehow sensitive because I want to speak about when a wife is emotionally immature. I said, and it is a widely known aspect, that marriage is a relationship, a permanent relationship between two mature opposite gender participants. There is no marriage between a same gender. And that's why you notice nowadays people are marrying men who are women, and people are marrying women who are men. So you find you are that gender in the body, but in the spirit you are the opposite gender. So it's very possible to find a marriage that is of two men, but in the physical they are a man and a woman. But when you enter the spirit, you only see two men, because the woman has masculine energy and the man is masculine. These are two men. Others are whereby they are a man and a woman in marriage, but when you enter the spiritual realm, they are two women, because the man is a woman in the spirit, contains feminine energies. Maybe because of upbringing or because of peer pressure. Mostly it is through upbringing and all that and all that. They are very, 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 very many women, and especially, let me give an example of when you marry a woman who is a firstborn in your family. That woman, she is a firstborn, but she is coming in the marriage as a man, because she has been brought up as a man through responsibilities and all those kind of things. So if she does not marry a man who has a feminine part, so she comes at the marriage as a masculine, and the man comes as a masculine, that marriage will be full of conflicts because of competition and a power struggle. What about a case whereby you're a firstborn man and you marry a firstborn woman? In her family, she is a firstborn. These are the two authorities. These are the two authorities. They have formed a marriage. That marriage, the chances of excelling, in most cases, not all cases, but in most cases, the chances of that marriage excelling are very minimal. And those people who have married in that manner, you will notice there is a couple that I know. It is a pastor's couple. The wife is a firstborn in their family, but this man is someone like that born in their family. Let me tell you, eventually the wife overthrew the pastor, and she became the pastor of the church. Because this woman is an authority, and she does not understand the art of contriteness, humility, and submission. So she will live a life of pursuing authority. If you look, what about when a woman is emotionally immature? Today, that's what we're speaking about. When a woman is emotionally immature, it drains the man completely. When a woman is emotionally immature, there are people who are mature in age, but in terms of psychologically or emotionally or intelligently, they are still girls of their fathers. That is why you notice such a kind of a woman, if you have any small issue, the first person of contact is her father, or the first point of reference or comparison is her father. That's an emotionally immature person, because she has not grown up to emotional responsibility and accountability demands. This woman drains the husband of his energies. And number one, you notice, becomes an emotional dumping site. When a woman is emotionally immature, the man, he becomes the dumping site of her emotional imbalances. You become the one who will be handling her tears, her moody swings, her inconsiderations. The man automatically will become the dumping site of her emotional garbages. And you know, an emotionally immature woman has so many garbages: anger issues, pride, resistance, things like moody swings, gaslighting, things like communication breakdown, not transparency. You know, those, you become now the dumping side. And actually, if you have ever been in such a conversation, you notice she blames you of what she is experiencing. Number two, when a wife is emotionally immature, emotional needs go unmet. The emotional needs of a man, they go unmet. This is a man you will find is fighting burnout, is fighting weariness, is fighting the feeling of manipulation and the feeling of toxicity, that kind of aspect, because your emotions, they go unmet and unaddressed. Because this kind of a wife, she only believes in herself being treated to the satisfaction. If you do not satisfy her egos, her demands, then you are a bad husband. And she never at any time sit down to think, how do you feel? She always thinks about how you make her feel. So your emotional needs goes unmet. Something else is punished for having emotions. The man, you are punished for having those kind of feelings. And these are the kind of people, they take that immaturity to proclaim that you are the one who is not growing. Because an emotionally immature person does not have an emotional responsibility on you. So you will notice you are punished for having emotions. Something else is you are walking on the eggshells. You are walking on the eggshells because you have to contend with the brain shifting kind of life. You have to contend with apportioning of brains. And in most cases, walking on eggshells, you have to contend with depression. You're in the marriage, but you're completely stressed. You're completely depressed. But you don't have the way out. You fail to know. I don't know how these things works. She weaponizes her pain. Go and do your own research. An emotionally immature woman, she weaponizes her pains. And she will attack you with her own pains, like anger, like pride. You get me? Something else is growth becomes impossible. Yeah? In that marriage, growth becomes impossible. Economic growth, spiritual growth, anything that demands growing, advancement, and progress, it becomes totally impossible. You stagnate. An emotionally immature woman is a poison. Something else is loss of identity. If your wife is emotionally immature, one of the things that will be endangered is you lose your identity as a man. You find yourself losing yourself to a point of You start now trying to become in a way to fit